Hey, thanks for tuning in to KSL Outdoors. I'm Adam Eakle, along with my good buddy, the upland game hunter, Bret Wannacott. And Bret, the Utah season is open, but a lot of guys might know this. Idaho opens 2 weeks earlier.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I'm going about nuts because there's roosters cackling over here on this hillside.
We have seen a bunch of birds already. And today we're going to talk about some technique to hunt birds. And
tradition.
Little tradition with your old man.
Yeah, my father's coming up, so that should be fun. I'm going to be hunting with my old traditional, but I also brought an old gun of my dad's that he hasn't seen yet, that I've had restored, so that'll be fun.
Pretty excited to show it to him, aren't you?
Show it to him, yeah.
All right, let's go get the dogs, huh?
Let's do that.
All right.
Coyote might be doing us a favor.
Yeah. We've got at least 10, 12 birds right there.
Yeah, probably more. And they're all up in this sagebrush.
Okay.
The wind's blowing the wrong direction for us, so what we're going to
For the dog.
Yeah, for the dog. So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak down this little canyon and sneak up a side draw and try to come back, get the wind in the right direction, and force them out towards a dead end, and they won't be able to run anymore on us.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Today, we're hunting wild roosters on private property Bret has permission to hunt on.
You go through a lot of effort for pheasants.
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much have to. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Getting permission from a private landowner isn't easy. It's hard to see them in the sagebrush. They don't have a lot of incentive to let you on their ground. Really, there's nothing for them to gain and everything for them to lose, because you can hurt their fences and let their livestock out, and I mean, it goes on and on, right? Keep moving, Eakle. Keep moving. When you do finally get one, I mean, treat them like gold. Let them know how much you appreciate them, because gaining someone's trust, it's not that hard to get sometimes, but losing it only takes one mistake. So, I mean, really be nice to these people and treat their land like it was yours. Better get to that one.
Oh, he got back up.
Watch him.
I think he got back up.
I think so too.
Hand. Hand. That one I got. Dead bird tick.
We should have done better there. Dead bird. Dead bird. Where is he? Oh, here's feathers. Pile of feathers.
Where's he at? Oh, feather right there.
Feathers all over.
Okay, so I hit him. He should be right where tick's at.
Dead bird.
We looked for this bird for a good 20 minutes and could not find him. It was so frustrating. Hunting wild pheasants is as tough as these birds are, so having the right load is imperative.
I think this one ran away from you, Adam.
You made sure that I had number 5.
Yeah, not just number 5s, but number 5s that are coming out at a decent velocity. I wholeheartedly believe you need to use a little heavier load when you're hunting wild birds, especially later in the season. I know there's a lot of people that disagree with that philosophy, and that's fine. If it's working for you, keep at it. But for me, I want to use at least 1.25 ounces of number 5s. Number 6s have better pellet count, but they don't seem to have the energy to break bones. I read an article by a man named Randy Wakeman, and Randy Wakeman claims that if you want 100% recovery on wild pheasants, that you need to break a wing and a leg. So you have to have pattern density to do that, but you also have to have pellet energy.
Nice shot, Bret.
Thank you.
Folded him. Nice. Beautiful bird, too.
Fetch!
Bring him here.
Hand.
Bring him here. Bring him here.
There's nothing more beautiful than a rooster pheasant. Look at that guy.
Good looking bird.
That's what it's about. Let's see if we can kill some more. Later in the season, you might even step up to 1 3/8 ounces in a 12 gauge load if you can.
Modified choke.
Modified choke's a good choke to choose. In my over and under, I shoot modified in the bottom and full in the top. And I admittedly choke tighter than most people. I'm a little bit slow on the shot, so a lot of guys shoot faster. Dog's on point right here. The idea is to pick the choke that's going to work at the range where you typically pull the trigger.
Nice shot.
Young bird, really young bird, but you take what you can get. Fetch, good dog. See, this is a late hatch bird. You see, it's not quite as brilliant in color. Obviously a rooster, but short tail. This is still a wild bird, just a little bit later hatch. So it is what it is. We'll take it. He'll be tender.
Head. Look how hard that thing held. I'll bet, right? Your
Come
heart,
from right
your
here.
heart, your heart okay?
Yeah. Apparently, we just had a nice test.
Welcome back on our pheasant hunt north of the border. We've had a full morning chasing birds. Old Tick is tiring.
Mr. Snaps here.
Time to unkennel Brett's newest dog, Snaps, and my German wire hair, Remington.
He's full of vinegar
Yeah, he is. He's been in the kennel all day.
all day. Let's see if he wants to get out.
Also joining us on the hunt is Brett's dad, Brent. The pheasant hunt is a long-held tradition for many families. Some of my fondest memories are hunting pheasants with my dad, and Brent says he remembers taking Brett out when he was barely able to see over the grass. Brett had a surprise for his dad, a gun his dad used to hunt with that he gave to Brett, and now Brett
It was an old trap shooter's gun originally.
had Browning restore it.
Well, it's a 1953 Browning Superpose, so I'm going to let Dad kind of pull it out of the stock here, and we'll just or out of the sock.
First time
This
I've
is-
seen it since
right.
it's been picked up.
And this
Beautiful piece of
is
work.
a lot different than it used to be. It's like brand
One
new.
off down here. And
Look at all the hand engravement on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's not stamped.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That Browning did a good job. Look at that.
yeah, years ago, I was up in Idaho and it snowed on about 8 inches on us, and I fell into a snowbank and I got some snow in the one barrel.
That must run in the family.
And I didn't know it, and I shot it, and that's where the bulge come from.
Really?
Yeah, but they fixed it up.
What was the importance for you to get it refinished?
No, just keep it alive. It was a gun my dad carried when I was a kid, you know. It was, when you're like this high looking up, it's pretty cool looking up and seeing that shotgun over over your dad's shoulder, you know.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Yeah,
So I wanted to keep it alive and keep it in the family, and
it around a lot like that.
and I want to,
Shell sitting there.
yeah, and I wanted to put it back to use, and it wasn't going to get used very much like it was safely anyway.
You're going to shoot
So-
that.
Oh, I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah, cool.
Let's walk down here and we'll hit the whole thing.
Utah's pheasant hunt may not be what it used to be, but you can still find places to keep those old traditions alive.
And
South Dakota being one of the
South
probably the
Dakota's
top.
where, yeah, that's the top state. North Dakota's probably number 2. Probably Kansas is somewhere in there. And a lot of guys do that, and they seem to have a really good time. Get it, Adam.
Second shot got it. Nice shooting, Brett.
Load up.
Brett.
So well, you hit it.
Maybe. There's another rooster right up here.
Yeah, I know. I think the biggest problem in Utah is just the lack of pheasant habitat. I mean, we build a house every place. So there are some birds in Utah. It's just the habitat is just, you know, further and farther between. You can talk to just about anybody that used to hunt pheasants 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, and chances are there's a house where they used to hunt. Fetch! I get a kick out of hunting pheasants in my home state. Part of the reason is that it is tough. Fetch him here. Good boy. I like working all day to kill one bird. For whatever reason, it means something to me.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm not all there.
You hunt chuckers. Of course you're not all there.
Nice. Brings it right here.
Good boy. Loose. It's a big bird.
Nice. Oh, that's a nice bird.
Yeah.
How's your spurs?
Just little spurs.
Little spurs. Bird of the year.
Just this year's bird, but he's got some really beautiful tail feathers. Hey, that gun's pretty dang cool.
That is cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun being out here with your dad, sharing
Right.
the tradition, him talking about you as a kid, and then
Yep.
you showing him that gun.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, get it, get it, get it!
And the kids, that was a
Yeah.
rough hunt, but the little girl, she was
That little girl was tough.
Yeah,
she can go hunt with me anytime. She was awesome.
She was amazing for her first hunt. That was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Well, hey, I encourage you to get out. You still got a lot of time left in the season, clear through November.
Yeah, to the end of November.
Hey, and you and I, we're not even going to stay in Utah. We're going to go
We're
north.
gonna go to Great Falls.
Yeah. Go try for some
Absolutely.
Montana pheasants.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun out here in the fields. Hope you get out with your family, your friends, your kids, and bust some birds this year on the pheasant hunt. I'm Adam Eakle, KSL Outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.